We are in the desert between Taima and Al Ula, and we saw some stone structures on the top of some mountains. So we are hoping to go there and hopefully climb on top of the mountains. It's not very easy to find a path to the top. Sometimes we can't, but hopefully this time we'll be able to find a path and be able to hike to the top. So yeah, wish us luck. So we were on the trail and we just saw this like area with like so many good stones. Like look at this. Some of them are like translucent. They are so cool. Like wow. And they're like everywhere around us. We just stopped so that we could pick up a couple of them. While we were going to our campsite at the base of this sandstone mountain, suddenly a fox just ran across our trail. Seeing a fox isn't exactly common in Saudi Arabia, but what was even more surprising was the speed with which it managed to just run up the mountain, and it was even able to cross this little crevice between two parts of the mountain and was able to go all the way up. We are very remote, so it took us a bit longer to come here. So up there are some stone structures that are probably burial sites. They are around 7,000 years old. Last time we tried to climb from that side of the mountain and we failed. And we're going to be camping here for 2 whole days. There's also a very nice and beautiful camp spot. So we're going to have a lot of fun. It is 7:12 and 10 degrees outside. The stone structures are up there, and we're planning to hike around this way because it's a bit less steep than from here. So we hope we can find a way up. And yeah, wish us luck. We're going to go hiking now. That also seems okay. Whoa!
Yes! I made it!
Yeah! That is our campsite, and we have hiked all the way up here on this huge mountain. It is higher than any mountain around it, and you have an amazing view from here. Just hiking all the way up here just for the view would be worth it. But on top of that, we also have two stone structures here. There's one over there, which is pretty close to us, and there's one all the way across the side of the mountain, so it's quite a distance away. It's pretty difficult to come up here because, it was pretty steep. There were a lot of loose rocks, but we managed it.
Go back down and stuff. You know one of those really, really big mountains? We're gonna drive there and then we're gonna climb that.
So I'm actually at the triangle bit of the stone structure. There is like a higher point over here. This is actually how we recognize that there's a stone structure, because this thing pokes out and we can see it from the ground. And on that side, there is the circle, and inside the circle, there is a little mound. And I think that might be where the burial is. You can't really get a good idea of what it is from ground level, so I will show you the drone shots right now. So we found some petroglyphs right by the stone structures, and this, I think this was kept intentionally like this because it's not just lying on the ground, it's actually propped up against the stone structure. So here we have like a hunting scene. There's a camel and its head is here, and there's a person holding, I think, what looks to be either a sword and perhaps a spear. We have three little holes here and one deeper one here. I don't know it's that the significance of that. And here we have what looks to be like kind of like a model of the stone structure. And here there is a rectangle. The both of these are stone structures, which, like, there's type of stone structures which we have found and we know they exist. So this is pretty cool. The one right here is not either of these. It is a key shaped one which has a circle and a triangle at the base. So this is pretty cool. Also, we found this lying right by it. So it could have been used to carve it. It has like, it fits well in the hand. It has a nice little tip, and we don't really find these things around that often. We find like slabs of stone. This might have been made by hand, so I'm not gonna disturb it. I'm gonna put it back where it was. So we are in the circle part of the stone structure. This is the center. and it was probably like, you can see that it's curving over the top, so it could have been like completely enclosing the inside, and on the inside we have some sand. There's no sand anywhere else up here, and the sand level in there is a good 2 to 3 feet higher than the rest of the ground. So that is probably where the person was buried. This is pretty well preserved. Most of the ones we have seen, like online or in person, are not as well preserved. Like here, there's barely any damage. This is pretty cool. So we're right in between the two stone structures. That one is the one we just visited. The other one is all the way there. It is around 500, maybe 600 meters away. So yeah, it's going to be a long walk. It's pretty flat ground, so it's not too difficult to cover distance. Let's go. So we have finally reached the second stone structure. It was around 500 meters from the other one. This is just a circular one, and you can see that the walls and stuff are a little smaller, and this itself is smaller, and it seems to be a bit more damaged. The middle mound isn't really there. There might have been a mound at one point, but right now it is kind of destroyed. But we do have a huge pile of rocks here. We kind of saw something like this in the other one, but it was more of like a cube shape. This is all a pile, but the other side does have a straight wall. So let me show you that. You can see it is just nice and flat like the other one. These blocks do seem to be a bit bigger, and you can see that they're either cut or they have found some really nice fractured rocks. We do see these shapes around, but they're usually a bit smaller, and most of them are not rectangular. They probably cut them, so this is pretty cool. We visited both of the stone structures, and now we're about to leave. Come up from here so that we don't like lose our path, because the rest of the sides are like very steep. We can't really go down. This is like, it's a good path. We came up, we can go down. We made two little piles. We kept that big rock straight, that one, and this is also a little waypoint. Well, I hope we can go down without the rocks slipping like that. Oh, this is the part where we're like, oh, there's steps for us. Look at the rock. It's like pink and stuff. So we're back from the hike. We got down safely, and it is pretty sunny, so we made like a little DIY awning. We like attached one end to that side of the car, and then you have it on a tripod, like a hiking stick and another tripod, and the tents. So yeah, it gets the job done. It gives us some shade to work with, and just relax, sit. Ah, they're cooking. Let me show you what they're making for lunch. What are we making?
It's rice with vegetables, chili powder, tomato sauce, and soy sauce.
My sister found this stone that looks like a spoon, and she just abandoned it somewhere over there. And that little wedge end works very well for like prying the bark off the trunk. So yeah, it is pretty useful. We're doing this so we can get all these tiny little shavings so that, we can make a campfire. Yep. So we have packed up camp. We had a pretty good stay here. It was fun. But now we're about to go back. It is quite a way to the tarmac, so it's going to take us a while. On the way here, we did not reduce the tire pressure, but there were a lot of patches of soft sand. So while going back, we're going to reduce the tire. We are winding up the trip. We are out of the desert. It was a pretty long desert drive. In a couple of places, we like missed our trail. Some spots were like very sandy, and in other bits, we had to go over like rocky areas. But it is over now, and it was pretty fun. Now we're right by the road. It's on the other side of this mountain, and we came here so that we can stop in the shade and fill in the air into the tires. And now we're about to go and hit the road. It has been a pretty fun trip, and thank you for watching till the end. If you're not already subscribed, then consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you.